gas money. And then in addition, we got Lucius and Sal for the teammates. That's currently seeded in singles to get 5th and 33rd versus Bucketfullabiscuits and Jubilo seeded to get 25th and 33rd respectively. So you got a couple homie teams as well there. But Biscuits and Jubilo, I am really interested to see what we're going to get cooking there.
Yeah, honestly, obviously Bucketfullabiscuits, if you're any natively local to the area, I mean, you got the Bracket Full of Biscuits, you got someone who's been supporting a lot of the Rivals events out here in general, and I mean, actually centralized in towards the higher end of Maryland, or speaks out to a lot of the PA events. Whereas Jubilo, again, another one of those PA residents, ended up getting, actually, fun fact, ended up winning the redemption bracket at Rivals Uncaged recently, last week. So both of these players who were a decent trip to get down here, but native to the neighboring regions, definitely here to support this event. And considering the purview of these two players, and considering the aspect of, we just saw Absa and Fleet, right? Again, we got the floatiness of Absa playing into the aerial play of Fleet. I feel like we're going to see somewhat of the same idea playing off this Raster here. I
mean, potentially, but Raster is a significantly faster character, so I think that what we may very well see here is Sal going to be able to, or Jumi, is Jubilo going to be able to just generate these 2v1s, and that's going to be the big thing there. Can Jubilo save Absa anytime Absa's in a bit of an awkward spot? There's no better character than Raster to do that.
One big thing I'm noticing early on is that a player like Lucius, I'd mentioned a lot when casting him, right? It's the fact that he is very focused on the more patient play, utilizing a lot of that big movement to kind of make a statement here whenever he's trying to set space up there in neutral. And I feel like Sal's trying to do the exact same thing, trying to, again, play off of that, saying, you know, I'm playing a character like Claren, the best thing I can do, utilize those big disjoints I have to catch you trying to follow up on my Rondo teammate and extend from there, as he's trying to do right now, trying to play around the cloud setup there, trying to pressure the shield from both of these blue teammates, but struggling to find the hit there, considering, again, the quick movement, like you mentioned earlier, of this Raster, been putting in insane pressure so far.
And just caught the double jump right there, too, of Lucius. That was so vital. Lucius very nearly got the ledge grab, very nearly got a chance to pressure and potentially claim a stock of his own, but unable to do so. So now Raster has to recover low, but unable to get the intercept is this Claren. Claren Raster is going to be a really, really interesting one, because I feel like that's like a 50-50 matchup if I've ever seen one. If Claren has feet on the ground and Raster's off stage, Raster may struggle to recover unless the slipstream is active. Otherwise, Claren, good God, this character hits one errant button and Raster's going to carry you across stage.
Absolutely, man. Speaking of errant buttons, we got Biscuits settle up that F tilt there from the ledge once more. You got another team combo there from Jubilo picking up with that up throw again. The blue team is doing a fantastic job. Again, interplaying between each other's aerial movements, utilizing the slipstream there to catch Jubilo getting faster in there to keep the setup there on their teammate. Lucius, of course, trying to find the stock there. Finally, getting the first stock there on the port of the blue team. Again, the Thunder line. The opposites cannot keep getting away with this.
That one, actually, the line didn't matter. It was just the active hitbox on the Absa that ended up sniping out Lucius' attempt for an edge guard. That was very, very intelligent right there from Biscuits.
Lucius finally getting tired of this cloud setup right there. Going to offer another parry, chasing Biscuits all the way down, and now taking down their teammate Jubilo from the other side of that blast zone. That cloud coming in clutch there again. Bucket doing a fantastic job of assisting their teammate there, even despite all the pressure from Sal. Sal finally getting fed up with it. Going to go for a lot of those aerial extensions for the big pressure there out of the corner again. Big F smash strong coming out there as well. Not going to close it out just yet. The big clap. Going to close it out there.
Giving him a round of applause. Just 2 or 3 in a row.
Goes out there. Oh, there we go. Sal can hit the final stock there, taking for this game. Lucius in a very precarious situation, not looking too great here for this game number 1. And for finally, these team combos are coming to life. Oh, they're looking pretty nasty. Oh my goodness, how far can we take this?
We got the cannon combos too.
This is crazy. Oh, finally gonna find a landing there. Lucius still put in the blender right now. All things considered, covering that cloud from ledge once more. We can have that forward coming out there again. That's not going to close it out for you, but going to find the landing there with that forward air. And Bucketfullabiscuits and Jubilo looking phenomenal there in that game number 1.
I mean, the intercepts have been so on point. So that was set up entirely by reading Lucius's double jump. Like 2 or 3 times now, Lucius got caught being a little bit greedy, either off stage trying to go for a kill or trying to recover by expending that double jump early in a setup. And every single time, that spelled death. And 2v1s are very, very difficult when you have a character like Absa that wants to sit back, wants to do a little bit of set play. Anytime where it's like Cloud plus Absa plus Raster, that is a nightmare. Bubble, Cloud, those kind of set play interactive elements of the game can make these 2v1s incredibly difficult to execute on.
Absolutely, man. And that's why I feel like going to a stage like Merchant Port, you can help really subvert a lot of that, considering, again, you've got Sal opting for the same kind of game plan of trying to catch a lot of those overzealous landings from a character like Jubilo getting super crazy off stage, versus Lucius, like you mentioned earlier, employ a lot of that more extended movement there off of the Merchant Port platform and find his way home, finally find an opportunity to strike. And when he does, this Rhino is finally going to start turning up here, putting the blue team in a very precarious situation off stage. That backer is still not going to close it out. Looking to catch a landing here from Bucket. Finally going to find the overzealous strong on shield. And the back throw into the forward air is going to close it out there for stock number 1.
I love this. Landing down to the platform into the immediate down strong. It's all right. Yeah, you got this, Jubilo. Get that stock. But the return again with a forward air from Lucius. So tit for tat, stock for stock. There is no lead quite yet. Just got to get the stock off of Claren to make this even.
Now trying to find the back throw coming out there again once more. The up throw is out there again. Jubilo trying to amp up here once more. Not going to find that tech chaser from that down throw. Lucius doing a fantastic job of playing around Jubilo's conversions on these platforms again. Dropping the wavelength from between both of those top platforms. Not really deterred so much by the bucket conversions there from those clouds. Finally setting up another one from the offstage game. Sal looking much more confident here with this grounded game and helping Lucius find the way home on a lot of these Rhino landings.
Yeah, it's just toss out a big disjoint above you and dare your opponent to challenge it. I want my teammate to get back, so I'm going to swing right here and dare you to enter into my zone. And if you do, then okay, I'll get my tipper, I'll get my kill combos.
Oh, here we go again. Lucius just going to drop onto the platform and waiting for that opportunity to strike, playing an Arkham game right there, that stealth takedown. Waiting for the opportunity there on Jubilo. All the poison attacks coming out there once more, looking to find some way to get back into this. Depleting the stocks there from finding the down strong on your own teammate. That's advanced Rhino tech right there.
Ridiculous.
Tap in. New Rhino counterplay just dropped.
Ridiculous.
Oh, and by the parry, but still hanging on just fine. Now putting down, actually looking like a polar opposite of the last game right now. Lucius is now looking much more comfortable here with the footing they have established. Well, trying to find some way to end the stock here immediately. The big slippage coming out and the cloud. Once again, the blue team looking to find one more conversion. The scroll! We'll close it out. I love saying that.
Just the immediate up special. Just don't touch my shield. We both know what this is.
No, absolutely not. What game are you playing, buddy?
Oh, trying to get the kill with the up air right there was Lucius, but just using that floatiness of the Obsa to recover. Bucketfullabiscuits doing a great job. Gets the Thunder line again, but only getting that single hit. No stocks evaporating in that situation. The back throw to force a 2v1. Just toss the cloud out. Listen, I'm annoying. Full screen pressure right there with my homie.
You mentioned that earlier, Scabs. You know, it's like being put into the interesting situation instead of going and finding the stock there. Again, just going to face off in that 2v1, saying, you know what, I see you off stage now. Here, I got you. I got you, Jubilo. Here's a cloud.
Exactly.
Go, my son. Hold down the neutral.
Literally right there. Just send him out there and be like, listen, I'm not going to go ahead and pay full attention right here, but this is all I can offer. But now 2 high percent characters, 1 high percent character. Trying to recover here is Bucket. Is not able to do so. Good down strong right there to cover the ledge attempt.
I love that analogy you make about Obstacle Cloud. It's like a substitute teacher giving out a packet to a class. Like, you know what? Here, take this.
But that even ain't the packet. That's like wheeling in the TV. It's like the History Channel's going to do my job for me today. Don't worry.
Watch a Bill Nye video. The Cloud is a Bill Nye video. We're going to watch some study on the cumulonimbus. There you go. Oh, but I mean, honestly, Lucius and Sal, a very good pick up there from game number 1. Again, it's the stage counter picks, working out so much more. In that game number 2, utilization of the Merchant Park pick there, Lucius was playing the game a lot more like, I made the joke earlier, right? Sitting on those top 2 platforms, or like literally finding the opportunity, just sitting there like on a perch. Okay, I'm going to drop down here in forward air. I'm going to wait for Sal to give me the opportunity, whether it's going for those up tilts, going for the nairs in place, or eventually, you're pairing every single one of these, or you're just like sitting on the side of the stage, you're going to give me an opportunity where you get by any of these lingering hitboxes, and that's when my time to strike. And drops down as Lucius makes that count every single time.
And I think, too, just the width of the stage really played a big factor right there. It feels like this raster needs to be the trendsetter. We need to set the tempo early and frequently with this fast character. Otherwise, the Absa might get overwhelmed. On a bigger stage, it was much easier to separate the two, much easier to force these characters into their neutral interactions that may not necessarily be beneficial for them. If raster can't get going, it does feel as though you might struggle just a little bit, as Buckets just doesn't have the speed to generate these 2v1s as easily as Jubilo's raster does, obviously because of the quickness of the character.
And as you mentioned that, I think if you want to get raster going, I think Tempest Peak is definitely a great stage to get that started here, especially with that slipstream there set up in the center stage between those top platforms. It's such a good, giving you the opportunity to find those pickups there from the grounded game. Once you get set up back there into those platforms, when you go set up into the heights, when you get to fight in the air, that's when Raster really gets the activate, especially off of those up throw conversions there. But Lucius not going to take that lying down, goes to the higher recovery than the platform, immediately drops that down with the ledge cancel as well, saying, hey man, you want to catch it, you got to try better than that.
The ledge canceling on this stage with Raster is just so sick. This character makes it really difficult to pin him down, but being getting pinned down now, trying to land. Sal doing just a great job of kind of body blocking what Jubilo is trying to do. Jubilo certainly hunting for that stock, and Sal just like, listen, you really want to deal with my disjoints in this spot? Trust me, you don't.
Jubilo not going to find that forward clap just yet. Sal forwarding out of the corner, keeping some good space with that disjoint again. Not going to find that landing hitbox just yet either. Not going to find that Thunderline. Now Sal will find some way, somehow, to fight between those platforms, catch a landing hitbox from this Raster, but the patient purview from this Raster been looking phenomenal this game. His Bucket is just finding some way, somehow to find a landing here, but the Raster is all worried about this other 1v1 on the other side of the stage.
Yeah, this is just perfect isolation and just time and time again. Rinse and repeat, and finally, Bucket loses that stock, but I mean, at the very least, you got Sal in return. That was, again, one of those where you, even if you're in a disadvantageous spot, if your opponent manages to make a tiny mistake and you can claim a stock in return, you're, again, minimizing the deficit. Now it's at 124. You just need to get rid of Lucius early. Do not allow this character to build up momentum.
But now trying to find the stock here on Lucius anyway, anyhow. Absol's not going to closing out for you just yet. Now Sal waiting for that nerf, now deterring Jubilo from coming in, like you mentioned earlier. Bucket's struggling so much to deal with Lucius, again, because the faster hitboxes are beating him out every single time. Jubilo trying to get back in there and help, but Sal's like, no, stay away, stay away. Maybe he's not winning every single fight, but he's deterring this Raster from coming back in. Even if you're losing by a little, Lucius is winning by a lot against Bucket every single time. Now, he's just losing your first stock there, but Bucket's already down to his last.
Yeah, Sal is just an iron wall. We're just floor hugging and CCing literally anything that this Raster wants to toss out, so that even if it doesn't necessarily lead to you winning the neutral advantage, you're not going anywhere. You're still in between him and his teammate. And look at the intercept from Lucius.
The late nair into the jump up forward is an absolute insane conversion. Now Lucius accentuating more and more here at the end of this game number 3. But Bucket not going to take this lying down whatsoever, trying to find a way to get aggressive. And finally, the blue team has reunited, but it might be too little too late. Lucius again find the pickup there from Sal. Not going to find that Thunderline just yet. Now Sal taking the turn back, switching their teammates here towards the end. The big command grab into the... Oh, the version of that forward is still not going to close it out. Red team getting aggressive here towards the end of this game. And Bucket and Jubilo just struggling to find any way to make something happen here.
The double back throw, though, already got one stock off of it, but Lucius still not out of disadvantage. Does manage to land on the platform, and that may be enough. No, dash attack off stage again. Lucius still unable to make anything happen, but uses the Needle Storm.
There we go, the up strong coming out just a second there. Jubilo, I mean, down 2 stocks to 1, not looking too great here to get back into this game, but definitely I feel like took a lot more of that better approach here to the team comp toward the end of this game. You might have to keep that in mind going into this game number 4. I mean, if you can somehow, some way bring this back, but it's not looking too great. Again, the iron wall of Sal, like you mentioned, is looking absolutely immovable right now.
Yeah, this is Raster really struggling to get more than one hit neutral. I mean, these two characters are at low percent, so you really have to worry about CC in these spots. And yeah, you don't have to worry about too much no more, because that's you hit one button and then immediately we got the team combo.
I feel like the team composition from Lucius and Sal really came into fruition there in that last game.
I agree.
It was Lucius being given the opportunity to play his game. It's not as fast as the other Ranos, right? But definitely a very solid game where it's like, okay, I have a lot more of these platform setups. I'm going to still outspeed the options that Bucket's putting out there with the Opsa and dropping down with the Needles. Going to be playing a lot more of that delayed forward airs, going a lot for the later hit nairs to deter a lot of the cloud setups from down below, or Bucket trying to pick me up there towards the end. And typically in a 2v2 situation where Jubilo comes in there like, oh, stop that. No more. I'm Raster. I'm faster than Rano. It's a wrong position where Raster's faster than Rano. Rano's faster than Opsa, right? But this is what Sal's existing solely to do. Like you mentioned, the iron wall, completely deterring this bird from approaching at all. So if you're Bucketfullabiscuits and Jubilo, what do we do here in this game number 4, Scott?
I think you need to get back to a smaller stage like this. I think this is a great pick in this situation. All you need to do is get this Raster cooking. You can't allow him to be separated by Sal. You really want to get Raster on Lucius. You want to get the two fast characters dueling against each other, and you need to make Sal isolated. don't allow this character to sit at center stage. Everybody knows Swordy's at center stage, controlling space with the disjoints. That is a recipe for success. So disrupt that. You have to be more disruptive with your faster characters and allow Absa the opportunity to do this set play options and then these awkward situations where you're applying full screen pressure.
As you mentioned that too, Scott, I mean, immediately Jubilo was able to get back in there. And I'm not going to go to the conversion there just yet, but putting out some insane pressure on Lucius. Goes super deep there for a back air. Still cannot close it out, and that is going to be the stock there from Jubilo. A big reversal there from Lucius again, looking pretty damn confident here. This game number 4. Sal looking to keep the pressure up there again. The double thunder line isn't going to stock out there, and Lucius is going to find the stock there on Sal again. Bucketfullabiscuits playing his support role to the max in this game, and looking to find the stock here immediately here on Lucius. Now wants him with the lead as long as he possibly can. Down throw coming out there as well. So Lucius trying to accentuate the lead here that red team has. Trying to play it away from the combo. Finally, Bucketfull is going to find that up air, close it out. An even game on the board for both of these teams.
What a catch, too, on that situation. That was just great presence of mind, recognizing where exactly your opponent was trying to DI to. All right, trying to land right there is Sal, getting a little bit of an interception, but the dash grab getting intercepted. Biscuits now in an awkward spot, has expended the double jump, but great little fastball right there just to get any kind of an opportunity to just get around Claire and vertical.
Delaying that recovery there for Bucketfullabiscuits. Not going to wait to extend until Jubilo, his teammate, is there to save him. Goes high with that cloud once more. Delaying with the air dodge again. Almost falls immediately down to that down, but delaying as long as he possibly can. Go forward is coming out, waiting to catch the landing from Lucius. But again, like you mentioned before, you cannot catch the frog anywhere, anyhow. A fake 4-strong coming out on the part of Jubilo. Going to catch that high recovery there on the part of Sal. Covering that fantastically. And the special get up there from Ledge. Going to call it there with the down strong. But now, again, even like scenario from both of these teams. We're going to take this second stock here first from either of these teammates. We'll put them in the perfect position here going to the final stock of this game.
I love Lucius just running all the way across the stage, down tilting. It's like, oh, they put up shield, running away. Just using this character's speed to pick your spots perfectly. That's exactly what you want to do in these situations.
One of those like mechanical like pullback cars, like and just letting it go. That's Lucius Rana right there with all the movement.
Oh, great catch with the forward strong right there. Just trying for another one on Sal, but now Jubilo in an awkward spot. But both red team characters deciding to bail out. Sal just trying to get out of that corner, trying to get back to center stage, and just trying to hunt, like sitting on the edge of the battle and just waiting for their opportunity to reach and get a dash grab or get an F strong.
Oh, going to catch a high recovery with the 4-strong there. Very good positioning there from Sal again. Now turning up here with those platform conversions once more. Lucius sitting comfortable as ever with his position in this game right now. Big 4 club, not going to close it out just yet. Goes to the deeper edge guard there on Sal, but just barely makes it back. High recoveries coming in fruition perfectly with the F tilt into the upper, going to close it out. And actually going to burn that stock there. Sal going to steal stock, get back here in front of this team. And at 169, one straight hit on the part of Lucius, and the stock could be gone here. Bucket and Jubilo looking for literally anything to close the stock, make it a 2v1 versus Sal.
Lucius is really just trying to play so careful, but the one overextension, it looked like a dash attack, just trying to burst out of the corner, and that is the entire stock gone. Now Sal in a really awkward situation. These team combos, we saw them a little bit. What both these characters can do if they get Clarin, a character that doesn't really have a get-off-me tool, particularly in the air. Oh, great fade back right there on that side special.
Again, the high recovery from Sal working out in spades there. Looking to find the grab out of shield. Down throw comes out. Gonna caught with that get up attack once more. Looking to avoid that cloud. Now waiting again, even in a 2v1 situation, playing the exact same game plan of setting out a lot of those disjoints from the situation. Oh, what an reversal there with the back air. Now bring it to a 1v1 situation. Sal looking to turn up, putting his team on his back right now. Looking to stay away from those clouds. Looking forward from Bucketfullabiscuits again. Covering the platform, playing as patiently as he could before. We're coming out into the 4-strong. Will close it out. It will! And Sal with the 2v1 clutch up. Gets a win 3-1 over Bucketfullabiscuits, and Jubilo moves forward into losers finals